Peace. Today is Wednesday, September 26th, making today's math.
Wisdom, equality, all being born to build, destroy.
Ah, yes, that is so true. Your wise words are manifested through your knowledge, and that equality is dealt to all human families on the planet Earth, thus giving us the ability to build and destroy. Peace to the gods. Peace. Welcome back to the Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digger.
Got resident researcher Rage in the house.
Yes, sir.
Sound man extraordinaire Alex Staton.
We here.
My man Cameron, the cameraman. He's the intern in this bitch. What's good, bro? And we got editor, director, cameraman Harold in the house. What's good?
Yep.
You see, I just promoted you to director, right?
Oh, that's good. I'm doing everything. I mean,
Doing every fucking
Killing
thing.
it.
You might as well list all your jobs like a Jamaican and shit. Harold got dreads like a Jamaican, so he might as well fucking have mad jobs like a
Such a
Jamaican.
stereotype.
if you're a lazy goat, you only got one job.
Exactly. What you talk about? We have 12 job. Anyway, yeah, shout out to everybody to support the show. We are publicly funded, so we appreciate all donations. You can go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean, patreon.com/you know what I mean, or you know what I mean.com/support to show your support. Every dollar is appreciated. Shout out to all our new subscribers. Now, speaking of, before we go any further, and speaking of like business and shit like that, what business do these Caribbean slippers have on my goddamn table here on my set?
Oh, why y'all chat?
Rage, why y'all chat, boy? Why y'all do there?
What y'all do there? Yeah, man. That thing there, that is a pop-up shop we have on YouKnowWhatImean.com. Why you think that?
Speak regular for the fucking people so they can understand what the
I'm
fuck
so
you talking
generic.
about.
American right now.
No.
Yeah, she's lost. Like I said, huh? What the blood clot?
Flip mode did it to me my whole life.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. Nah, we go to YouKnowWhatImean.com, which is the obviously the resident website for the show, and we have a pop-up shop in our store.
Okay.
Which is another way that y'all can support.
Yes, you can.
Indeed so. So this particular pop-up shop is from my man Gary Warlord. It's called Slip into the Caribbean.
Okay.
So we've done a feature where we featured all the different islands, and we have a slipper commemorating what they're popular for. So we got Grenada in the house, Jamaica, you know what I mean? We got Trinidad, of course. I'm half Tobagonian. Big up all my Tobago people, and that's how we move.
Now, I was gifted my Guyanese slippers last week.
Absolutely, off camera.
Thank you. I
You're very
appreciate
welcome.
that.
Indeed.
But I would recommend always representing the Guyanese
GT Massive,
flag, as you're doing your samples and
Pepper
shit
Pot.
like that.
Digger, you got any Caribbean in you? And would you like some? Just kidding.
Oh!
Take body, girl. Take body, girl. In a yard. That's what me do it. Bad man stroke. In. Jump off of the table.
That was
See, that was like a nervously told joke right there. Like he
Yeah,
but he wasn't fully confident with it.
Definitely wasn't.
was that
I don't
low-key
know you
shooting
like
your
that.
shot, bro?
Yeah.
That's why I pay my
Well, you
respect.
that was like, what you did? I just can't.
Yeah,
but you know, if
but
you
but
win
if you
it,
but if you was to take me up on the goddamn matter,
I'm just playing peace, queen. But
No, but do you have any ancestry though? I wanna lace you.
no, as far as I know,
you
I'm
straight from down south.
straight down.
You dated
south.
a Jamaican or a Caribbean man or something. You
No.
got a Caribbean friend.
He's
Come
like,
on.
nope.
No,
me
Caribbean friend.
about
Flip mode. I'm
A
flip.
boss.
Yeah, Buster's Jamaican.
go.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why y'all do?
I think me and
Oh, yeah, do you?
I've told this story before. Me and Baby Sham were the only two like non-Caribbean folk in flip mode. So whenever we were on the tour bus and Buster had his chef
And
his-
Spliff Star.
the fish with
man.
the eyes and everything.
Wow.
Me and
Oh,
Baby,
wait. She said the fish with the eyes. You don't like the fish with the eyes? Are you the type of person that take the head off the fish?
please take the head off of me.
Bumbacly!
Hey,
You know how much
look,
nutrients?
I
is in
said,
that?
you know, a good meat pandit.
we Jamaicans
How much good meat pandit?
prefer our meat without the eyes attached to it. Thank you very much.
Why you don't want Flipper looking up at you?
Yo, I see, cause that's what I'm saying, that you shouldn't be eating it. If you can't look the motherfucker in the eye, then you shouldn't be eating it. How about that?
Wow.
Okay?
And it's crazy healthy too. It's actually known as a
I'm pretty
Front end
pretty sure that's where the
Instead of
most
front end lifter.
ting for the
the
back.
most
Like Trini was saying,
nutrients
ting for
are
the back.
in the head, right? Yeah.
I mean, I just like that's that. You know, when you have like a red snapper thing, you know, like
Steam okra.
to me, it's not official Jamaican unless it got the head on the fish. Yeah.
Well, this Jamaican here, I say, give me my fish from the neck down.
There it is.
Okay. Okay. So you said you get these slippers at, once again, tell them where to get them.
You'reNotAmean.com/shop. And listen, you know, look, if you guys got some interesting products, as long as they fit within the scheme and the God approve it, throw it in the shop. We buy business here. You'reNotAmean.com. We're doing some good things.
Yes, especially, you know, black owned original people. We looking to feature your businesses here on You Know What I Mean Godcast. Yeah. Prices are reasonable. Get with us.
There it is.
Got some Lyrics Matter shirts on that hoodg.com site.
Okay, we got the You Know What I Mean Godcast gear. We got the Brand Nubian Peace gear. We got Rod Digger gear.
Yep.
Shit. We got Sadat X gear. We doing a whole lot of shit. You know, we got Cassidy gear up there right now. Shout out to Cassidy.
Oh, shouts out to Cassidy.
Cassidy rocking with us.
You
right
know what we
now.
need to do? We need to do a show specific to battle rap. We gotta get some battle rap
You hear that, Mook?
talk going on up here.
Well, I'll get Murder Mook up here in a heartbeat. I know he got his
Okay.
own goddamn podcast, but shout out my homie Murder Mook.
Word. Shouts out Arsenal. Shouts out Susa.
I mean, okay. I mean, hello. That's his fucking. Whenever you hear me, I mean, hello.
Shouts out Babs running the Queen of the Ring.
Oh, that's what's up. I went to one of those one
You-
time.
you went to a
At-
female
at
battle?
BB King. Yeah. It was cool.
Yo, them girls go to fuck off.
Yeah, they do.
Then when I was like, yo, I think I really need to like rethink my my female spitter list. Like I didn't even incorporate any of
the female battle.
rappers like that. And that, you know, that's masculine rap energy right there too. Like the whole essence of battling, you know, not that it was specific to men, but just that whole aggression and the whole like, you know, attack.
But Digga, it seemed like if you was to battle a female, you would need your 4 feet of space. I think you would be hands-on if a heifer tried to get too touchy with you.
Oh,
Well, I don't appreciate none of that touchy.
Yeah,
fuck.
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
when niggas be trying to touch you,
Yeah.
or like
Oh yeah, no. I don't like that in regular conversation. Like, don't you hate that person that like when they talking to you and they tell you the story and shit, and they steady tapping you? Like, I'm real big on personal space. Like, don't come on, just don't touch me.
But see, a lot of time it depends. Like that could be, you know, like I'll do that to a motherfucker on some intimidation game shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like just be talking to you and just start tapping you in your chest
Start tapping you.
while I'm not on your chest, like right in the middle, like
Yeah.
yeah, because it's like and see, that's a psychological move right there.
Big time.
When you fucking do that, like, but a lot of people don't realize a lot of shit, like, you know what I mean? And yeah, I be doing
Yeah, no, that definitely.
I be doing shit like that.
I'm real big on like energy and personal space. Like even when I do shows, like sometimes the reporters and the bloggers, like they want to interview you before the show, or you know they want to do like the meet and greet before the show. I always request to do that afterwards because I don't want people, you know, I don't want a bunch of people touching me before I got to go on stage. Like I'm funny with the transferring of personal energy. Like I don't want all these people's energy, you know, on me, around me, in me before I get on stage. So
In you.
I try to
No, hey.
wait. Was that my mind?
Guy-
being
yeah, you
dirty?
walked
Was that-
in.
Wait,
I don't know. Somebody's mind.
hold on.
Something's going on.
Did I just hear that all wrong?
That's all I'm saying.
It's the super chatters. They
Okay.
This nigga letting his hair down. He out here letting his hair down. He trying to get at Digger. God
No,
damn.
actually, I think I just invited some bullshit. I don't even.
That
think
was a pause moment.
I don't even think he was going there.
That was a pause moment.
So let's get into some hip hop shit.
Word.
I don't know, was a couple of months back, we did an album review, and we also did a interview with the homie Rock Marcy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the god Rock Marcy.
Word.
Well, this industrious, hard-working, young hip-hop mogul, it seems like, seriously, that was only like a month or two ago. Well, guess what? The man has released another project.
He's back.
Behold a Dark Horse, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up
So
for
dope.
Behold a Dark Horse, out now. Go to rockmarcy.com. Cop that download. We ain't doing no more physical product. We all about the motherfucking, just downloads. Technically
Stream.
we selling air out this motherfucker. We selling intellectual properties to people. But
right.
anyway, so my brother got a new joint. Now I thoroughly enjoyed the last joint, Rosebud's Revenge, The Bitter Dose. Rosebud's Revenge 2, The Bitter Dose.
Mm-hmm.
But this new one,
And I gave that one a 9.5.
this new one is very strong.
Very strong.
This new one is very strong. I think the brother is, he's already like the godfather of a lot of these new underground hip hop cats, but I don't know. I just feel like he's really finding his stride in this one, and he's really feeling himself, and he's got his formula down. But
He's really getting better with age.
Right.
He's I definitely like this album better than the last one, and I love the last album.
Yes, I'd have to agree. He's also reaching out to people that you wouldn't necessarily see. Rock Marcy.
Right.
He usually fuck with like Knowledge the Pirate or some shit like
Yeah.
that, but you don't really.
Yeah, he's
see
very
a lot of-
self-contained. He does all the
Yes.
production himself. He
He'll
does,
do every song.
He'll do features with other people, but he doesn't really have a lot of people featured on this album. On
Yeah.
his albums, but
What do you have on the last one? Knowledge.
Knowledge.
He had Fat Boy. Fat Boy, white boy. He shaved his beard.
Bronson.
Action Bronson. Yeah, I can't even remember any really other people other than that off head.
I want to say more knowledge. Was
Yeah,
Knowledge
he
might
might have
have
had
been a
at
couple
least
of
two. I know Bohemian Grove and maybe another one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so this one, some of the people that he got on this one, production wise, he got my man Preservation, who did a lot of joints on my solo album.
Dope.
And he does a lot of joints for people like Brownsville Ka and shit like that. Preservation is super dope.
Shouts out to Kai.
Then he's got other producers. Animus, I don't know who that is, but he must be dope if he got on the Rock Marcy project. Another producer called Dancy. He got one from Alchemist, another one from Animus, and then he's got a joint from Q-Tip. Now, MC wise, he's got one with Black Thought.
Goat.
Okay. Knowledge the Pirate, of course. And a super, super strong, maybe one of the best joints on the album,
I think we're in agreement with that.
is a song called Trojan Horse featuring Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The beat,
So hard.
the
That joint's
lyrics,
So hard.
both of them is spitting like.
See, and Busta's gonna bring that energy that's gonna like force Rock to, get energetic with him, because usually he's real mellow with it, but the energy on that record is bananas.
That song is really, really strong. Some of my other standouts, The Horse's Mouth.
That's the intro, right?
Yes, that's the
joint.
first one.
I like the Congo.
That's the next one.
Oh yeah.
Thousand Deaths. You can almost. I got to listen to it a few more times, but
Yeah.
it's almost one of those joints that I think you can play
Yeah. Without
Pretty much
Yeah.
without doing the fast forward thing.
Yep.
If there was a fast forward thing going on, it'd only be one or two, maybe, and that would all depend on your particular mood at the time.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he got a couple of beats that I would say sound a little nicer. You understand? Like not as screw face
Right.
as I might like my joints. Like I got to listen to the Q-Tip one again.
He gets pimpalicious.
Yeah. I got to listen to the Q-Tip one again because I don't know. I just felt like maybe I was expecting a little more from a
No,
Q-Tip
well, you
beat.
know what it is? I think when you listen to an album for the first time, you always, like, there's always going to be those joints that immediately jump out at you. And then you're going to play those out so much. And then later on, when you listen to it again, you know, depending on the mood and what you're dealing with, like, you're going to catch something in one of those other records, like, oh, that's what he meant by, or, oh, like you're gonna be whatever setting you're in, like something about the weather is gonna this record is gonna sound
Right.
different.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely like that. That Alchemist joint is crazy too. You notice it? It's like two different parts. It's almost like two different songs in one. Cause I'm listening because I always want to listen in the beginning.
That's called Fabio.
Yeah.
Fabio,
Yeah,
produced by Alchemist. Shout out Alchemist.
Halfway through that's with one of my faves too, by the way. Well, halfway through that track, it actually switches to a whole nother beat, which is even better than the first half.
I mean, that's hip hop. Like that's hip hop. Like
Yep.
I love shit like that. Like, you know, motherfuckers like that would do freestyles back in the days, and they might rhyme over like 5-6 break beats in one little freestyle session. Like the beat just keep changing, and they still rocking to the shit and just adapt into whatever beat comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some
that's
hip
all out
hop
of
shit.
sync
That's
and
Like,
everything.
staple. That's like Sway,
yeah, it might not even
Five
be the
Fingers of
same
Death.
beat,
Yeah.
same tempo or
Be
some
out
shit
of sync.
like
The
that.
DJ might be a little bit off and
All
still
of that,
going.
but you got to keep on.
Somehow
as the
it
MC.
became synonymous to Ice Cube jacking for beats, but it like it became something that
Well, that
the
was an
world thinks
example of
he
him
coined.
doing it
Right.
on wax, but
Right.
But it's
that
always
was
been-
a DJ thing that would happen
Right.
back in the day.
It's always been around for as far as I could tell.
Yo, Jay, we should do a segment on tapes, like Cold Crush, Fantastic Five, really showing like the DNA where this stuff come from.
Really showing y'all age.
Well, and just showing.
Let me start acting like I wasn't born when tapes was out. I had my stretching Bobito and
Nah,
tapes.
those
No,
ain't
no,
tapes.
no,
Those
no,
ain't
no,
tapes.
that ain't
Oh,
the
I'm
tapes we
sorry.
talking
Those
about.
ain't the
Oh,
tapes.
oh, sorry.
You are
Mr.
showing your
Mr.
age.
Magic. No.
WHBI.
You're getting a little better now when you
World
say
famous
Mr. Magic.
Supreme Team.
Okay.
I'm talking about like Zulu Nation
Yeah.
tapes.
Ron
Like,
G, do-wop.
no,
No.
that's later. Like,
Okay.
we're talking about like Zulu Nation tapes from Bronx River and Cold Crush and
Fantastic
Force
Five.
MCs and
I know,
Jazzy
you
Jazzy
talking-
Five.
MCs. Shout out Freeze, Chuck and Liggy Luck, Jazzy
Yeah,
J.
like this was not coming from like radio stations or anything
No,
like that.
this is coming live straight from stage.
Straight from what you thought was a stage, but what really was like the rec room in the
Absolutely.
projects, and maybe they were standing on some tables like this.
Yeah.
This was the stage. You understand?
and the
what I'm saying?
tapes would filter to the boroughs. And
Or
bad
maybe
quality.
they wasn't even standing on a table. Maybe they was behind a table.
Yeah.
Okay. And they didn't even have mics sometimes. They used to rhyme through the headphones. Okay? Because if you plug a headphone into a mic jack, it will act as a mic. I don't know if you know that, but that's an old school trick. And it gave the vocals a certain muffled, like
Resonance.
raw sound. Oh, yes, y'all. To the
Yeah,
beat, y'all. Rock, and you don't stop. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you sound just like it.
That was the shit back there. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how the headphones and all that shit would sound, and that rawness was hip hop. Like hip hop wasn't even lyrics at first.
No.
Like I used to walk around with just break beats on my box.
Well, I believe it was like
Rock It in the Pocket
the
was
DJ
hip-hop.
and the break beat.
Apache,
Like
Big Beat.
they just bought the
Catch a
bought the
Groove.
MC in after the fact to kind of keep the crowd entertained while
Again,
the,
that was gravy on the mashed
while the
potatoes.
DJ do what he do.
The actual meal was the DJ and the break beats.
Absolutely.
So you could have just a whole tape of just break beats, And that was, you were satisfied with that. You didn't even need an MC. Then when niggas started, oh shit, he spit some ill shit over that breakbeat. Like that made it even better. Like, and then it just took off running. But at first, yo, you didn't even really need no run.
I think Cowboy is credited with the Yes Yes Y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I'll look into that.
Whoever said yes, yes, y'all, to the beat, y'all, like that just shit just stuck like a motherfucker.
So I gather that the elder.
And who said ho? Like scream it out and say ho. Like
Ho!
why did we decide that ho was, you know, a call and response thing to do? Huh?
Good question. Might have been some Busy Bee DNA in there.
I don't know. These are all good hip hop
I'm
questions.
gonna have it on the next episode. You best believe.
Maybe
I'm gonna
her?
research that.
I don't know. Somebody will get in our asses before
Yeah, they
the
will.
before the comments over. What, you don't know? MC Tone Ski Love.
That motherfucker. He used to play Santa Claus in his part-time job,
Someone
and
said
then he
Kid
came.
Creole. Okay.
Kid
Cool.
Creole.
Yes, yes, yo. Okay. I'll find
Kid
out.
Creole. Well, that's
That's what somebody said.
Melly Mel's brother,
Right on.
who is actually like locked up right now for killing a motherfucker. Remember he stabbed her.
And that just happened
He might
recently,
be-
right?
Yeah,
Like in the
he was
last
working as a
visit.
security guard. I think, if I'm not mistaken, like one of the like a gay dude or something tried to approach him or do some funny shit, and he ended up fucking. I don't know. Yeah, homeless guy. Something crazy happened. He ended up killing him.
Oh, wow.
Word. I don't know the exact. Yeah, some shit happened. Yeah, research that shit.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not giving out rumors and shit.
Kid Creole.
Lord
fought
Jamar
homeless man.
said.
He stabbed to death. Was hitting. Oh yeah, he did stab somebody to death.
Right, but why?
Hitting on him. He
You
did.
see, I told you it was some gay shit that was involved in it. I know I didn't just throw that into the mix. So yeah, you know,
I wonder how the
he probably said, "Do you got some gay people in your family? Do you want some?
I'm going under.
You got some
the
gay?
bus.
You got some gay in you? You want some?" The motherfucker said, "What the fuck you say to me, nigga?
Swoop.
The fuck you say to me?"
I wonder how the elder DJ statesmen feel like, because now it's all about, you know, the rapper and the MC. Like nowadays, like you rarely see artists even using like DJs. I feel like we're kind of like the last of the people that care about cuts and some of the younger
know what?
ones, some of the younger ones that are cut from our cloth that, you know, that
It's funny you said that. I got to shout
Studied
out
it,
the
but-
homie Grand Wizard Theodore, which is heralded as being the inventor of the scratch. And I had the privilege of sitting in a room with a bunch of people from that time, and they all, I was like, yeah, him. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the world owes Theodore, man.
now is that the one that invented the scratch?
Grand Wizard Theodore, indeed so. He said he was cueing the record, and like his mom
Somebody
came,
called, yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then he was like holding the
"Right,
record.
turn that music down.
And he was like, huh? And it was
Shh.
like, in the background. And he just
And it-
ran to town with it. Like,
Now I started as a DJ, like that was my shit.
Before you wrote your first rhyme, you were on
Before
the
I
tables?
wrote my first rhyme,
Wow.
like I started rhyming because of DJing, like you know what I mean.
used
Like
to
I had a
DJ.
crew and all of that. Like back in the days, it would be like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You see what I'm saying? So I had my fucking crew, KD and the Ever Loving 3. I was KD.
whoa.
Okay.
And so like that's when motherfuckers used to do routines and all that type of shit, right? So I actually started to help write routines. That's how I even got into the shit. Like, but for them, like just pieces to it, not the full thing, but pieces to it. And oh yeah, that's dope. And so now they adding that and they saying it, and then like I just started rhyming them up because you know what happened? The DJ started getting pushed to the back,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
and
Like, I
my
wonder
vain
how
ass.
does the DJ community feel like when now that the rapper is being, you know, heralded so much over the
My
over the
vain
DJ?
ass said nobody puts Baby in the corner. Okay? Nobody puts Lil J in the corner.
We know.
So I said, you know what? Since the DJ's getting pushed to the back, I need to start rhyming. Fuck the bullshit because man, I'm not going in the back. I'm not a background ass nigga. And so that's how that happened. Why'd I even bring up the DJ shit though? Oh, I could actually bring my turntables in one day. If you
that'd
like.
be dope.
We have a little DJ.
You got the Serato set up?
Yeah. Yeah. Show y'all a little something in this motherfucker. We need
Jay, you know I
we
can
need
do
approved music though. Shit that will fly on YouTube and all that. We'll figure it out.
Listen, I got to shout out Grand Mixer DST, the first DJ to win a Grammy with Herbie Hancock, Rocket. And Grand Mixer DST had a lot of good conversations with that brother too. Shout out to Grand Mixer DST.
He had one of the illest records back in the days.
Yeah.
Grand Mixer DST. But now I heard one version that I never heard again. Real quick, we're gonna go to break. Back in the days, there was a version where so the rapper went, right? And then at the end of the rapper, when he finished rhyming, he scratched the rapper's word. This was some of the illest. I mean, this is way ahead of its time. It sounded like somehow, I'm not sure, because back then you almost had to make an acetate of the vocals in order to do that.
Right.
So this motherfucker, and if y'all don't know, an acetate is like a test record, like a test pressing of a wax record, and they were hard to scratch.
What came to be known as the white labels.
Right, but this motherfucker, he had the dude rhyme, and then at the end of the rhyme, he scratched his last word, and that shit was ill as fuck. That's some shit you could kind of do. And I think actually somebody did some shit like that, but it's not as memorable.
Well, eventually Run DMC did it with Tougher Than Leather. Be with, beats to the rhymes are just made. They played with that.
Yeah, they damn sure did do that, right?
Yeah.
You said
Beats to the
eventually.
rhyme.
Run DMC is early history for me. You said eventually Run DMC.
So that's how,
y'all just way okay.
Absolutely. DST is circa 83, 84.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
mean, according to the encyclopedia, I wasn't there or anything.
I just.
I was a little youth, but you was
a teenager.
I wasn't there, but I was aware. How about that? Anyway, listen, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna hit you with this last segment. You know what I mean, Godcast. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.